have confirmed that the bands are in, the coins are in. Our game will start in about 22 minutes. Yeah, we sadly have the visual bug.
Okay, that's fine. The visual bug, we had it in our first day as well. It means there will be no leader abilities or player names for the first series only. But we will give you the player names, don't worry. We will make sure we've got them on the screen so you can see them. And we will do our very best to navigate the leaders used as well. So we'll try and keep track of that for you as we do. But you can still see the series, that's what matters. And we will then, usually it only happens in one of those series at least. So hopefully we're getting our visual bug out of the way nice and early so that we can go through.
Yeah, amazing. We talked about everything we wanted to, I think. Thank you so much, guys, for being here during the break. Appreciate all the follows. There are no alerts at this moment, nothing, but I really appreciate them. We're both staying with Gwent for the entirety of the year, so we've been at Lion's Heart. There are casts over there quite a lot. Today is one of the casts at my channel. I'm really excited for that. It is a great pleasure to have you all here, and I appreciate your support.
Yeah, very much so. We will get those scores up and edited.
There's
don't
no
worry.
Score right now, but at
we
least
don't
I'll
have
edit
a score
it.
yet. But we can edit it for the players that are coming in for our series.
Is it like this? Edit com?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Hello and welcome in to everybody. As Ari has just mentioned, there's going to be a lot more Gwent coming your way from us over the course of the rest of this year and next as well. We have a lot more coming. We're running community tournaments. The next 2 are already announced. You can check the details in our Discord after this. If you want to, make sure you head over there and join. All are welcome in that as well. So do consider joining those. Into next year, we get asked this a lot, as I'm sure lots of other Gwent content creators do. We will be here as long as people want to watch, because some Gwent.
That's an easy answer.
Yeah, easy.
I am happy to stream Gwent. We're happy to do community tournaments. But if we have nobody to stream them to, then
if nobody wants to watch them, of course we can't. But the longer you want,
if you enjoy Gwent, if you like Gwent,
be here.
Yeah. Be in the Discord, be on Twitter, be wherever you are. But be here, and then I believe the creators will be here as well.
100%. And that's the way we've always felt about it. It's it's a genuine joy and honour to be a part of these events anyway. I've always loved them. I know you do too. And there'll be a lot more to come from us, is what I will say.
Definitely, yeah.
We do other things as well. You are at the very end of a part of an Darkest Dungeon 2 run. I love Darkest Dungeon 2, and I'm going to get lost in the world of Final Fantasy 16 the moment I get near my PS5, but Gwent will always be here, and we will always be here with Gwent, so you do not need to worry on that front, my friends. You mentioned we're just under 20 minutes away from our series. We are going to be looking at the Tiebreaker. It is Kams v Lerio. Is that in our stream title?
I think a lot of things are in our
Lots of things are, but is that? That's going to be the thing.
Kams with Lerio, yeah?
Amazing. It is going to be there. That's the series you are here for. The winner is going to next weekend's top 8 mid-season. And the loser is going home. That is it. They are out.
That's it. Goodbye.
No pressure. Which is a very literal goodbye in Czech. Zbohem. You can learn Czech here too, and I can learn with you.
I'll give you a shoop.
Shoop!
I'll get myself a coffee.
Oh, Shoop was depressed with that. I think Shoop needs batteries. Yeah, you grab yourself a coffee. I will take people through the last few minutes. Before we get started, I will run you through the bans. I will add a command for bans as well.
Amazing.
So that you have them through the series. Now, you'll notice while we are both typically very interactive with chat in our channels, we're a little bit less interactive with you during casts because, of course, we're focusing on the high tier that we are giving you. So adcom, I will just switch the keyboard from Czech so I actually type something remotely similar. And it is going to be Lerio. Both players actually. Both players banned SK self-wound. Easy life. So, that was nice and simple. It's kind of the players to do that for us. Absolutely love that. Done. Okay. 15-20 minutes to go. I am going to set up a prediction right now. Who do you think wins the series? Who is your money on? Is it Kams or is it Lerio? You have got the next 10 minutes to make your decision. Lots of channel points available on the line. Give you some rushes while the Czech keyboard was turned on? Absolutely not. I can barely pronounce it, let alone type it. If you want the decks for the players, !Decklist is what you're looking for. All of them are up there. There is a sort of updated bracket as well, but we will release all of the completed bracket forms up onto Twitter at the end of this, and also there'll be a little bit of a YouTube video breaking everything down as well. Should be good, should be great. In fact, I'm pretty confident it's going to be an absolute wonder. Who was on blue again? Do you remember? Kams. Okay. So nope. Lerio is on blue coin. Lerio is starting on blue coin. Kams is on red, and we are going in very, very shortly. We'll go through their deck lists one more time.
Amazing.
So you are prepared.
Let's go.
He's called Jams as in brother Jams because I'm assuming A, because he's brother, and B, because he jams cards. He's a really nice guy, Kams. I don't know anybody that's ever had a bad word to say about Kams. So there is that.
Apart from the castles, because he plays too fast.
He does play too fast for the castles. That's very true. Yes.
So Lerio. No self-wound SK, so we don't even need to pay any attention to those games, to those decks, correct? What we have a look at is Enslave. Is it Enslave 6?
It is.
And it's very similar to what we... Lydia's different.
This one is a little bit more attempting to take on Nature's Gift.
Okay.
Because the Lydia grabs themselves a copy. Vilgefortz and Vincent, both aggressive, tall punish, both of which can do really well into that list.
Yep.
Plus all of the typical power of an Enslave 6 list.
Okay.
Yes. So it is Enslave 6. It is still that symbiosis. Assimilate, thank you. But a bit more aggressive in its nature of doing so. Probably with that in mind.
Then we're seeing Devotion Frost monsters. That's what it is, the usual.
Yeah, all of the trappings you would expect from a Frost deck.
Everything that you think will be there is there.
Very aggressive red coin list. Very, very powerful and awkward for certain matchups as well. I can understand why Lerio's bought it. It's lovely to see. While some lists have been staple, as I say, 7 players bought Symbiosis and I think slightly more brought Self-Wound. We've also had a bit of a variety across different things. Monsters has 3 different complete archetypes. Nilfgaard had at least 3, Enslave 6, Enslave 5. I've seen some Imprisonment as well. So lots and lots of different things across there. Really nice to see how versatile things are at the moment.
Yes, and then also the Squirtle deck is a little different than all of the others because it's not your, Spring Equinox Symbiosis.
No.
It's actually Harmony.
Yeah, it is.
I'm very excited to see it. With the backup plans, your target for Simless, that is there. I was worried for a second. So yeah, we've seen this in different variations, and it's nice to see it in a tournament again.
It is, yeah, and it could be. It's a really interesting tournament deck because it's powerful in the long round. It has that the movement to pair with the Shiru. Nice, a couple of different interesting techs that Simless into backup plan can remove. Obviously the mirror is out of the question, but could be awkward for an Erland with the Northern Realms, that kind of list.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting deck. Poisons as well, if someone had brought self-poison. A really strong overall list. An interesting lineup, some things potentially that you weren't expecting, and that's why we love Gwent Esports.
Definitely. And then Kams is bringing also Squirtle.
Yeah, and you're going to get to see it.
I'm going to get to see both of them. This is my
Hopefully.
happy day.
Yeah, we're actually casting some Squirtle. We love it.
So Kams is drinking, and I don't care what you think about Spring Equinox.
No, she doesn't care.
No.
Literally doesn't care.
I could not care less. I love Scoia'tael. I am very biased. I do agree that, certain cards
are strong.
But
we're okay with that.
That doesn't stop me with having favorites.
That's true.
How it is.
Yeah.
So we are seeing Nature's Gift Symbiosis from Kams as well. Very excited. They went for the greedy Alisa version, and also 2 seers. So
2 seers
it is
as
greedy as possible.
Yeah.
Then again, off the books. Syndicate, a little different because Gregory is there, so a little different than from what we've just seen in our last series. But again, what you would kind of expect from this flavor of Syndicate.
Yes.
And last but not least, I think your favorite Arca Swarm.
Yeah, I love this Arca Swarm list. I'm curious, the Enslaved deck might pose a little bit of a problem for Kams. He almost wouldn't mind that getting through early, because I think the other lists he's going to be facing, he has a decent matchup into. The Arca Swarm deck, it is a templated blue coin list, while the others don't mind either, depending on what they're facing, really. This list is just so much fun. The Idas, you can make multiple of them with the Arrakis Queen on blue coin with Urn of Shadows. Why not make yet another? You're jamming all of that power, and you are using the Witch's Sabbath to give it you all back again. The card that carries is the Kikimor Stalker. The amount of points that 5 provision card can play is absolutely terrifying as a part of the combos of this deck. The extra swarms, the ability to go tall, the removal, it can be absolutely magnificent. A really, really cool card. Acid Spit, now down at 6, can provide some really nice additional engine value. The acid can spread everywhere, and Glusty will just eat it up. Absolutely love it. They are the 2 players lists. You'll notice we missed Self-Wound for both players. That is because
it has been banned
by both of them, and I love to see it. No Svalblood maths for me.
I like Svalblood.
I love Svalblood.
Not the maths.
I don't like Svalblood maths. It is, as a caster trying to go, has he got it here? I have no idea. So with Svalblood maths, I'm happy to see not being a thing. As cool of a list as it is, we have not got to worry about Svalblood at all. No Svalblood mirrors, no Svalblood anything.
Nothing.
But we do have 6 lists that we will still go through. Both of these players, brilliant Gwent players, consistent Gwent players.
Definitely.
Possibly speedy if Kams gets his way sometimes.
Possibly speedy.
We'll see how he plays, because he's been renowned for jamming super fast, which can really unsettle an opponent's really interesting strategy. But a good lineup that he has, and we are on the verge of taking you in to see who is going to make it.
Yes. All of the other series are being cast as well.
Yes, they are, yeah.
So maybe I've run you through it. Maybe we run you through it again. All of the people that you can be watching, where you can be watching, who's
so there's
qualified.
3 groups still going.
Let's go.
Yeah, we'll show you all of the groups. Just for ease.
Let's see. So, Group A is finished.
Yeah.
You have your 2
qualifiers.
Qualifiers. That is Haldir and Mayamon.
Yeah.
We I've seen Mayamon do an amazing sweep back up in this morning in the losers bracket.
Yeah.
Casted by Bomblin and Merson.
That was brilliant.
Mayamon was really having a hard time with getting through the Nilfgaard deck.
Nilfgaard ball, yeah.
Yeah, but managed to. It was tough, definitely, but then qualified for the next season.
Yeah.
Not next season, next weekend.
The next weekend, yeah.
If you lose here, you don't get to next season.
No, that's not it.
Let's have a look at Group B.
That's
Group
where we are.
is where we are. So that will be Lerio versus Kams.
Yeah, that's going to be the tiebreaker.
Some absolute nail biters that were happening as well, especially in the Game 1, Game 2.
Yeah.
But Kaneki is through, and we'll figure out the second person that qualifies now.
And you'll see that live in here.
And Group C, you are able to watch this absolute important. I had a different adjective for it.
It is,
but
yeah.
It was
so this big series.
No, in Liu versus Kerpenton.
Yeah.
Is casted by Grovesh.
Yeah, Grovesh and El Keora.
El Keora. At El Keora, the channel.
Yeah.
So that you can watch there. And then Group D, 2 Gwent masters facing each other. Spelling Bee versus Fireball at series. At
Tia's channel, Tia and Sealy are covering that one.
We were casting the game Danny Rye versus... you just clicked it away, so I don't remember. Danny Rye versus Fireball.
Yeah, we cast Danny Fireball on day 1. Brilliant series. Danny
Rye going for a full villain arc mode with
he did.
Reva's cultist, and I don't even know what was the last thing, but it's Symbiosis, I think.
Probably, yeah.
It was the full villain arc. Sadly, that's what we had to see.
Yeah. But he has qualified on the back of it. Fair play to him.
Played brilliantly. That's nothing against the skill.
No, Danny Rye was great.
The decks were what they were.
Yeah.
So those are the games so far.
Yeah.
You can watch all 3 of these series right now happening.
Open up every tab. Get all of them open. Let's get all the love across Gwent.
I want to see like split screen, Twitch, everywhere.
And I want share the pictures in Discord, tag us on Twitter. We want to see
how are
all
you
of
watching
them.
all of these 3 series. Show
Definitely.
us.
That's what we want to see.
To know. Is it a TV, a laptop, and desktop, a phone?
Yeah.
What's your setup?
Massively. You can also, we have got a lot of predictions in. You can see them in the chat, the 1s and the 2s, as to who is going to win this series. It is a huge series. This could be season-defining, history-defining for these players, because of course this is the last official season of Gwent Esports, and everybody wants to be a world master now, don't they? So...
Hey, I want to be a world master too.
You can give it a go if you want.
Maybe I will
try. It's fine. If you want to put some time into it, you give it a go. That's no problem. I'll cast.
My job.
Yeah, I'll cast. It's fine.
So this is really important, because like we talked about it before, the person who wins next weekend has a place guaranteed at Gwent Masters.
Yeah, big moment. Absolutely huge. And we're going to see, put just some time into it, just a little. Just put a bit of time in.
Do not underestimate me, Chad.
Hey, if she wants to, if she's got the time, she'll do it, right?
No, but to be fair, we've seen some amazing plays today. And all of the players who are currently playing have amazing knowledge of the game. And that can't be matched by anything else but putting hours and hours into playing Gwent.
Yeah.
And that is something that is just so beautiful to watch. And it's very different than Ladder.
It's so different than Ladder.
And it's just the top tier Gwent.
It really is. You can't underestimate. One of the best things about getting to watch these series and cast these series is the unconventional lines, the matchups that, I face this all the time and I know I lose this, or I wouldn't have made that decision, and oh wow, we watched it previously with the going an extra card down, to be 2 cards down and then pushing for a 2-0 with Reavers into a matchup that typically Reavers doesn't win, the way that I would normally play it. So it's fascinating to watch. You'll remember moments from Gwent history, destroying his own card in a Keltalis matchup, which felt super counterintuitive at the time.
But was the right thing
was
to
completely
do?
the right call. Mayamon today discarding a card in round 3 with 2 cards left, knowing he was going to brick the opponent's Igni, wins himself the series and is now qualified to mid-season. If he plays that card, he loses. Like those lines, it's one of the things I adore about it. The versatility and the skill on show is amazing. We have only got 5 minutes. We're 5 minutes out. This is the moment for you to run to the bathroom, for you to stretch, for you to get ready and prepared for this, because it's going to be.
Get your tea. Stretch.
Get the tea.
Go.
I've had 1 tea today. It's the worst.
That is criminal.
Did you make yourself coffee?
No.
I see.
I had chocolate.
I see. I didn't get chocolate. Oh, and by the way, the paprika chips that you said were going to be terrible.
I see.
So bad. I've poured normal paprika over them to give them a taste. They're better now.
He's desperate.
Yeah, I'm so hungry, chat. I can't even tell you.
So we've been live for a few hours now.
On my channel first, then we're here.
And, when you're in it, you're kind of in it.
Yeah.
So, this is what it is. So, sadly, no tea for you until later. Maybe, Kams hears this is like, Lana hasn't had tea in a while. Let's jam those cards.
Let's jam, yes.
I'm very excited to do this.
Yeah.
So we are 4 minutes away.
We are 4 minutes away. You've got your predictions in as to who you think is going to win.
Yes.
So we'll just double check. We'll make sure we've got everything where it should be.
Everything is...
We've got the players. We've got on blue and red. We know that Lerio is going first. That's for me so that I can set up. We have got the visual bug in game 1. That visual bug is no player names, no leaders. We will do our best to keep a track of that for you. And of course, I will put the names up on the screen so that you can see. Because we're nice like that.
Oh,
we try. Great. We're doing our best,
We're doing our best.
So we will do that, no problem at all. Hopefully you are ready, and as soon as we see that little card back flicker, we will take you there. In terms of the other series, obviously, once they're completed, if they happen to 3-0, we will update you on the scores. Would highly recommend opening up all 3 of them in your Twitch browser and flicking between them so you can keep up to date with every series happening.
Show us your setups.
Yeah, so make sure you are checking out those channels. Elkiora and Gravesh are casting one of the series. Tia and Seely are casting another.
Yes.
Go and make sure you've got them and us open. You can see who is going to make it. The 3 final players to go. 5 of them are already in. Amazing job so far. What that does mean is that we could have some huge names missing out right now.
True.
Of the 5 that are through, Kerpeten, Spelling Bee, Pireball, well, Spelling Bee and Pireball are against each other, so
That's
one
insane,
former World Master is going out.
But think about this second. Next weekend, only one of them makes it through.
That's true. One of them can win the,
from all of these people, Mayamon, Paya, Kerpeten, Spelling Bee, we don't know who qualifies, but still, from all of those people, one person gets that one spot in Masters.
It's so valuable.
That is intense. That's genuinely, it's going to be Masters level gameplay next weekend.
And it has to be
so
now to get it. Yeah.
Kent them.
You've got to be around for next weekend.
You gotta be around. You gotta watch that Gwent.
And that will be on the CD Projekt channel. Because there's 8 players, it will have the format similar to a Gwent Open with all of the same deck lists from this weekend. They cannot change them. It's going to be very interesting.
Some intense training in the next weekend. You know.
So
no, we're not in the match yet.
We are a minute away. The games start any second now for this final. It is the tiebreaker.
We just took the extra hour and a half to get you into the mood. You know?
We thought we may as well stay. We're here. We're dressed. You're here. Where are we going?
Yeah.
Right?
I'm not doing my makeup again, or whatever.
Exactly. The tie is already on. Once it's on, we are in the mode, So we are getting ready. They are seconds away. As soon as I see that card back flick, I will switch us over and I will set up the visuals, the name, things like that, so you guys can see everything that you should.
Amazing.
This is going to be brilliant. Honestly, it's going to be really exciting for the players that go through. We've already lost 5 players. We're going to lose another 3, and it's going to be very. It is
5 players.
We have, honestly, and
they will never recover.
It's very difficult. And in terms of watching these back at a later time, I don't know where every series is, but the ones we've cast will all be up and available on my YouTube. Our series from yesterday, Pireball Danarite, is already there. These series will also go up when we are done. Likely will be there tomorrow. We are in. It is Gwent time. It's going to be great, and we are hyped. Any second now, this series is going to start.
I can see geotyping, which is always a little nerve-wracking.
Yes.
I'm just like,
we're just waiting to see. Yeah, it shouldn't be long. We are promised that this game is seconds away, but with a HUD bug. So we're going to find out any minute now.
Any minute now.
Yeah.
Do we have the right link? Maybe I double check.
So I believe so, but just going to here.
Yep, that should be it. Ah, there we go.
Okay.
We had the wrong link.
We're in. Okay. Gameplay. Let's go. The gameplay is in. I will add the text.
So we have Scoia'tael v Scoia'tael.
Yeah.
But it's not the same Scoia'tael. One of them is Harmony, and one of them is, I believe, Symbiosis.
Yeah.
So Lerio, that is bringing the Harmony.
That's right.
And Kams bringing the Symbiosis. Good thing we checked.
Yes, good job. Well done. Well, you said 33, and it is indeed 33. We have got the visual bug, so the leaders we will try and keep track of. Yeah, it is the Guerrilla Tactics Harmony on the bottom versus the Symbiosis on the top. They have traded a card quickly, backwards and forwards.
Yeah, because it's where the gems.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So we're back on blue coin now. Lerio making his decision. He has drawn his Saskia, but has not chose to play it yet. Instead, just taking his time here. A little surprised.
Me too, yeah.
That he hasn't chosen to use that. Maybe he's trying to get value out of this early in round one to see what's in hand. Now that we've seen the Saskia, I could see it being dropped now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Kam's playing Gwent, which is a pretty standard play for the Symbiosis right now. That's kind of what you want to get down.
Yeah.
Because of the value it brings over the whole round, depending how long it sticks. I'm just surprised. Could Lerio be avoiding breaking the Poison Dryad? Is that why Saskia hasn't gone down?
No, honestly, I'm not really sure why you wouldn't have played it in this situation, I'll be honest. So, and he's probably still thinking of it. If he's going to, he'll convert one of the elves first, give the converted target the Harmony from the Beast, and then he will go from there. Okay, he just does it instantly anyway, doesn't use that click.
Yeah.
Is just holding on to it, perhaps trying to... Because there's no real removal from his opponent's side, right?
No.
He's keen to win this, and you want the Saskia down sooner rather than later, for your own benefit. You want it down to thin, if nothing else. Not just to win the round, but to thin.
Yeah.
You know?
So now we're seeing Foulware probably bringing...
Yeah, good thinning again.
Yeah. The weather...
If you've not been around Gwent for a couple of weeks, you're very confused right now.
You could have missed a lot, but new things have Nature Tag.
Yeah, Tempest now brings any bronze weather cards, the same ones, so Double Frost. They're also nature cards now, which is why Symbiosis is doing well.
So I was trying to make Tempest meta for a while. I was never imagining this to be the case. But either way, Kams goes for all of the fog or all the frost on the back row because that's where Saskia spawning stuff
makes
sense. Meanwhile, Lerio is just trying to build more and more value on the Harmony.
Yeah.
Does Kam have two? No. Of the Bountiful, this is a single one.
Single one as well. It's just you have the provisions, so taking it for the extra value. Doesn't get great options here, I'm going to be honest, for them, but is just about ahead with those Symbiosis ticks and the Frost clicking away as well. Saskia will bring another unit. We don't have access to that deck to see what's still in there, though. You can see he's going to play for as much value as he can in carryover Harmony with these chameleons. Building up the big bird, having two of them there is really, really nice.
So I'm looking at Kams and thinking Xavier doesn't really bring much value in this matchup, does he?
Not particularly, no. There's no real benefit to the Xavier here. Because
it said that it was him who caught the extra 2 points from Bountiful, but it is what it is.
It happens.
Definitely does. Yeah,
yes, it happens to you all the time, yeah.
So, meanwhile, let's see. So, it's Lerio. The leaders here are...
Lerio is using movement. So, it's you've got movement for Lerio, but it is a Harmony list.
And the normal Symbiosis leader for Kams.
That's right. This is Visual Bug will only be here for this series, we believe. Hopefully, anyway. As you can see, they're trading backwards and forwards, just staying ahead. He's just ahead here right now. Lerio doesn't want to lose on even here and doesn't want to have to give everything. But the hand on the other side, you're probably willing to drop the Xavier just to keep the pressure on, as it isn't massive in this matchup.
And you could use Call of the Forest for something, but it's not what you want to do. So Xavier for 8 points is an option for Kams, but that's kind of all that they want to commit in this round, right?
Very much so. It's a strong... the hand is almost too strong in this position. Instead, he does choose to do that. Is he going to go for the greed and the setup here? Going for some removal He is going to probably remove the chameleon. Don't hate that at all. Lots of points. That Alcuin just ticking constantly. Really scary.
If Alcuin's not removed, it's so much point, especially with the vitality ticking.
Mm-hmm.
So meanwhile, what can we see from Lerio? So Simlas is from the double backup plan, correct? That's the only option for Simlas, which could be a thing here.
It could. It's not great though. Okay, so this is really interesting. He has now on blue coin said, you know what? Take the pass.
I dare you.
Yeah, and now we just see the Xavier drop down, range row.
Which makes sense.
He's not going to take that pass. So there should be another human in deck. Another 4 points will jump out from Saskia. The poison itself is worth just 9 here. Plus, the 2 ticks of vitality are out by the frost.
Mm-hmm.
But again, he says, no worries. I would rather win the round and take you than not. Are we going to see? No, don't get a pass, not even close.
Oh.
And he is very willing to go here.
That's probably going to be Naiad.
Yeah,
the Naiad. Because he don't want to commit any other option.
No.
But now...
The board is almost full. The board is full.
Yeah, because that Naiad is a nature special and takes symbiosis. So that board is full.
Now, it is possible with the backup plan for the Simlas to catch here potentially. It is possible, because you've got a target to hit for the 4 damage, which isn't bad. You're spawning 2 elves as well, but all of that vitality ticking is just so many points. There are going to be extra vitality on this side as well if he clicks, but it's really risky.
And that is probably what Lerio is doing now, trying to do the math.
He needs 30 points.
I don't think he has that in the backup plan. If he had bounced...
Yeah, he needs 26. No. He needs 26 points with the vitality. I don't think he can get that here. No. Really awkward spot here for Lerio in this round 1. He may still be willing to do it.
And he's doing it. Or maybe Lerio... Is Lerio willing to go even card down?
Yeah, Lerio's willing to be 2 cards down if it comes to it. Is he going to find enough... Oh, okay, so movement is good. That's at least playing for a 6.
That's good, yeah.
Which is what he's going to take.
And this is...
And then another 6 for the harmony,
but the other
probably.
half elf is doable. So we're moving around with our own cards, then playing the harmony.
And he has his leaders, remember.
That's the first leader.
And he's now ahead.
Oof.
I think he's now ahead.
No, he's not. So if... But then again...
Why is he only... Oh my
Kams
lord.
decides to pass. And he has to play all the cards.
But he's okay with that because it's a terrible bronze card. And while he is 2 cards down, he is thinned super well.
Yeah.
And if he can really, really hurt here. Symbiosis is super strong. It does have lots of points.
It's super good at short rounds.
Mm-hmm. And so, with still... Oh, okay, drawing the heat wave's going to hurt. That scenario, if it's drawn, is really good. The owl only at 10, which is... Not... Oh, is he going to... Okay. Lerio could decide here. He takes the pass, that's fine. There was an argument that he would look to say, if you've got the heat wave, you win. If you don't have it, I win here. But hasn't gone down that line. Lerio going to struggle now that heat wave has been found, honestly. That's going to be really tough. But Harmony isn't out of the woods just yet. Don't underestimate the Harmony. Because the Shiru could really burn here.
So, the Spring Equinox can stay, wants to stay, because you have the Seers and then you Alisa it back.
Yeah.
God is nowhere to be found.
No, it's not. And they used both tutors in that round 1 as well.
Looking at Lerio, so that's I'm surprised that goes. So Call of the Forest is better option, but that was brave.
Was fishing for... Okay.
What were we fishing for if I was for Lerio?
Probably looking for another poison.
Yeah.
Looking for the... Because going super tall is what it is. The extra poison from the Treant, probably worth more overall. Can't afford to get rid of anything else, because if you mulligan the poison into the poison...
Is it worth it here to move that Seer and... Shiro either way, because you don't know there's another seer.
And that's the problem.
And you don't want to allow any extra spring equinoxes, do you?
No, you don't.
Does Lerio have any toll removal? Absolutely not.
Poison.
Apart from the poison.
Oh, now this is great from Lerio. He decides, I'm going to go greed.
You have to either answer my scenario or play out what you wanted to play. Decide.
He'll answer the scenario immediately. The question will be, is Lerio brave enough to wait for the potential second seer? And here's the thing. There are only 4 cards left in deck. He is going to make the odds that everything that is there. That's what he's going to be going for. Now, I think he should drop Dana instead.
Dana, yeah.
But he might take the Shiro line now. If he drops the Dana, he can still win this. Potentially. This is tough. Because without that heat wave, he probably just outpoints Symbiosis. That's what's crazy. Because that scenario is really scary.
It is, yeah, definitely. If it stays, that is super scary. But now, how do we deal with this? So we're playing the poison. Threatening, I can remove it once you boost it. And then it depends on how greedy Kams is, or whether they play the second seer.
And he plays it anyway.
Wow.
He doesn't wait with the other seer here.
Okay.
So we're probably going to see the other poison. Here's the difficulty. He's used leader charges. I think he only has 1 left. He might have 2.
I'm not sure.
But he's definitely got at least 1, and he wants to save it to move this tree forward. It's a lot of points.
Yes. Meanwhile, there are 2 spring equinoxes in Kams' graveyard, so Alisa has the target she needs.
Yes, that's right.
So I don't know how Lerio's making the points here.
He has a lot of points as it stands. Well, so the bird plays for 14, 15, 16. The Dana is probably 15 points as well. The Shiro on the right target could be different.
But you have so many points with...
Yeah.
How many
points? It's going to be tough.
Yeah, Simlas is bringing 40 points.
It's going to be very, very tough.
I don't think it's that tough. Yeah. I think it's Kams.
If the scenario was there, then it was going to be okay. Yeah. It's going to be a very challenging one.
We see another seer, of course, that, again, we have no answer to.
No, and now he can't actually get the boost to get it right, because Dana will now buff it. Oh, no, he's leaded it.
Oh, wait, that's actually good.
Oh, he's taken the leader, so the Shiro all of a sudden... He could also move the Alisa if he's got 2 leader charges.
Yes.
Remaining.
We don't know how many of
I'm not sure. He's got either 1 or 2, and he does make that choice.
So
massive
Alisa
moment.
And Seer is gone, which is amazing for Lerio. But still, Simlas is bringing 3 spring equinoxes, so that's 33 points. 36 points for Kams.
He has 25 more points right now, though, Lerio.
But 36 points in spring equinoxes.
Yeah, and
which already puts him ahead. And Forest Protector brings another 17, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So I think that... No, that's... Wait, that still could go to Lerio.
I was going to say, I think you guys have underestimated Lerio here.
Wait.
I think you've underestimated Lerio, because easy life for Lerio. I think you are all underestimating the power that Harmony has. That is just 3 points of difference. So he needed 4 more to win, and leadering and getting that extra point on that extra was the difference there. Wow.
It comes boosting the seer.
That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, boosting that seer ends up. Wow. Having the heat wave there, Kams in a really good spot, but I think we know how many points that you can play those equinoxes for. They are trading for 12 points a time. That is a lot. But so was every card in Lerio's hand, more so. He was playing 15, 16, 17 points a time for those cards.
Insane.
Amazing. Love to see it. It is now 1-0 Lerio, and they're going back in.
Wow, let's see. Okay. That means no more symbiosis.
That's right.
No more harmony.
No,
symbiosis will come back.
Yeah,
yes.
harmony's done.
Okay, so next game right in, because we have no time to lose. Kams needs to, jam through this.
Yeah, well, he is now 1-0 down here. He is now flipping onto the other coin. We are just waiting for them to go through here. He still has access to all of his lists, of course, as he flips to blue. We will grab... in fact, you know what? I was about to say we'll take a quick look at his deck lists to see what they might potentially bring, but... we don't need to. It is a Arachas Swarm for Kams, not surprised at all. And Lerio is bringing that Nilfgaard. List. So this is a really interesting matchup. The Nilfgaard player can be favoured here.
Yes.
So Lerio in a good spot, but it depends. If Kams decides to play this a little different, keep a hold of that Ida instead of giving it as an option for Lerio to steal, it can be really difficult for the Nilfgaard player. This one is tough, but Kams has drawn so well here.
Yes, definitely.
So well.
So we had no sound, that's just what I was fixing.
Good job.
So we have the correct games, the correct sound, and Kams is just going with Defender immediately. Yeah. Because we know that is this the Ida spam, right?
This is, multiple Idas. Honestly, Kams' hand is phenomenal here. He has the entire thing. As the Nilfgaard players, if you can... So he would have needed, as the Nilfgaard player, a way to get rid of this Defender and a way to delete the Ida. Now, the Nilfgaard list is in Slave 6. So it can't delete the Ida, but it can steal it. If it had a way through this Defender, if he could find a way through this Defender and then lead her to steal the Ida, this series is as good as done. However,
there's no way
Lerio has not found that. And Kams' hand is pretty great in this spot. I'm trying to think of any 7D version of way to get around that. And I'm not seeing one. Instead, as a result, Lerio says, okay, I'm just going to give myself what I want here.
Yep. Definitely. So that makes sense, because Lerio's looking at his and saying, well, I have no way to put, to get through the Defender. Yeah. So...
Yeah. Oh, and to clarify, the MVP of this list is undoubtedly the Kikimore Stalker, but the Kikimore Stalker grabs so many points from the Idas. The combination of the two is brilliant.
Definitely, yeah. So now Kams is thinking, so you clearly can't get through.
Interesting choice. So he's going for, I'm never going to let you. He's going double Defender instead here. Really smart line. Doesn't need all of the Idas. This is going to be have as many Defenders as possible and hold the Ida back. This is the line 100% here for Kams. Really, really sharp. He now gets to choose what he wants to do, what he's going to drop. And that's a big choice for him, because Lerio's clearly signaling he doesn't want to be here.
And that's the thing. That's what I was thinking. So Kams' hand is too good to be true. Yeah. And therefore, Lerio doesn't want to be here. So I'm thinking, is there a risk of Kams overcommitting?
No. There's a real risk that Lerio undercommits and Kams passes, though. He could squirrel away one of the Defender that's in the graveyard.
Okay, yeah, that could be an option.
I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that'll be the case.
Instead, Torres coming down.
Yeah, Torres coming down makes sense. I can see the logic there. Actually, the Torres now is a little awkward because it's a lot of points. It does signal. Obviously it is just setting up Terra Nova, but with those options, it's going to be playing for 20. It's a lot. But
setting up Terra Nova, is that also Pella? Getting Pella possibly.
That's also great. Yeah. Your own cards will play against you here. I suppose giving the Torres threatens passing is wrong. And it might still give Lerio the, you know what, I'm getting out of here. Yes. We don't know what they've picked, albeit based on it being 22 points, I would suggest it was all 4 provision cards.
Okay, and we see what's in the graveyard. And, Spores comes
Yeah, really, Kam's really hammering this. Yeah. You will not win this round. Go away. The thing is, Lerio knows that the 2-0 potential here is scary.
It still leaves because realistically, Lerio has nothing else to play.
No. Interesting choice, though. Witch's Sabbath not in hand right now, and the tutor for it's gone.
Yeah.
That was an interesting choice. I probably would have taken a Consume, but he has found the book.
We have Arcade Tome, so that's alright.
Yeah, the book is amazing.
Yeah. So what are we going to see?
Oh, that's scary. As engines go, the Vrans are real. Oh, and double toil and trouble here. Those Vran warriors are not messing around.
Meanwhile, Lerio is keeping in the Squirrel, because that can be really important against Sabbath.
It needs to be the first play should be yes.
Squirrel, to get rid of at least one defender.
But he probably doesn't get the chance, because I would be dropping Arcane Tome and going straight in here.
Yeah.
Might not. He might decide instead that he's going to play out his Hive Mind, and he does play Hive Mind. Happening. Yeah, he does play Hive Mind, but there are so many powerful units in that ready for it to be set up. It's a little bit scary here. It is. You are completely correct. He goes for the Squirrel.
Yep. Makes sense.
Is he going to get rid of... I don't think he'll get rid of one of the defenders. He probably gets rid of the Arrakis Queen, because of course that's a defender inside with even more points.
No, wait.
Oh, he got rid of the Hive Mind.
Interesting.
He's just going to say, I have more points.
So yeah, all of the units stayed. All of the defenders are still in game.
Hive Mind is a super powerful card. What a really cool design as well. Denying all of the points and the extra Stalker. As far as Lerio's concerned, more points. Interesting line.
And Hive Mind recently got buffed as well, right?
Hive Mind's 10 provisions at the moment, yeah. And Acid Spit got a big buff.
Oh, no, it was Acid Spit who got a big change. Yes, true.
So that's now only a 6 provision card, the Acid Spit.
Meanwhile, Lerio is taking it slow, just playing bronze cards, saying, yes, I have the points. Lerio, what can you do about it, right?
Yeah, and at the moment, Lerio just setting up, deciding, because he doesn't need to commit everything this round, he could instead set up, and he gives, okay, it's the Acid Spit to get as much points, to get as many points as possible, and set up for a big Glusty in this round, go for the bleed, and then just have a big, powerful Witch's Sabbath, more powerful as a result of the defenders in that shorter round. We'll see which angle he goes for here. This is it's a really awkward series.
Yes, because there's a lot of things that could, a lot of decisions and versions and options of how things can go, obviously. And then Lerio doesn't really haven't had time to develop anything realistically.
No, and hasn't needed to yet. He's obviously just sat here saying, no problem, I can wait. I've got all of my powerful cards, you know this. I've got my Terra Nova is playable. I've got double removal, so no matter how big this Ram Warrior gets, Vincent can just eat him up because he's already got spying. So many potential lines here for Lerio to take. Just takes the slow play. Just says, I'm going to give myself another option and just stay ahead. Just staying ahead for Lerio is going to be big fit. It's exactly what he needs to do right now.
You don't really need to do any more.
Nope.
Meanwhile, Kams, how much does he want to commit in the round 2?
Well, we've just seen the answer to that.
Yes.
It would be yes. So he should have Nero into it.
Yes. Yeah. That makes more sense because then we know the Squirrel is gone.
Yeah.
So you can play whatever you want.
I would suggest it's going to be not Witch's Sabbath. He's okay. He's going for that in round 2, and he is just trying to get as much value here as possible. Ooh, that's interesting.
Are we going to see Arcane Tome click? Because I feel like in tournament when we see them more often than not.
We do, but it is. I don't know if he needs it, Lerio here, honestly. He could easily... I'm surprised he hasn't cooed away this hatchling yet.
Yeah.
Just to say, stop this, it's too many points. Because it is just +2, 3, 4 points a turn right now. So, yeah, I suppose the Sabbath can't happen because Lerio hasn't got any units in there as well. Yeah. But it hasn't set up the removal yet. He's trying to get that acid spit. He's trying to get that glusty. We do finally see it take place. That makes perfect sense. And he doesn't click. Probably the right call. Probably the right call in this matchup. Offers a pass though.
And comes...
Which Kams very happily takes.
But equally, Lerio
Which is good now.
can easily make that difference with Lydia.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to commit anymore.
No, he
doesn't
can...
need to be Bigo, doesn't need to be Terra Nova or Stefan. It can just be Lydia, and that's enough.
Yeah, he can very easily make the gap here with his leader. The scary thing is now, the Witch's Sabbath is on, the cards coming back are terrible for him and great for Kams. This one's interesting.
And it's Terra Nova coming down, surprisingly enough.
Squirrel.
But it is for the Squirrel, therefore for the...
And
is it the Oneiromancy that goes away?
The Oneiromancy would be really sharp. We know it's not in hand, but they don't.
What do you mean?
So we know that he doesn't have Witch's Sabbath now, and there is a 3 and 8.
Wait,
it wasn't.
It wasn't the Oneiromancy.
So it will be one of the key choices from there instead. The Squirrel.
Oh no.
Okay, and he
so
finds it
there
anyway.
We go, Witch's Sabbath in hand. We don't know what's remaining in the graveyard. And then both of them now should have enough units in the graveyard. Is that correct?
They do, yes.
Yeah.
They do. So Lerio...
We were both kind of excited about the Witch's Sabbath, and then it never could have happened. But it's what it is.
But it can now.
It can now, yeah.
And I'm sure it will immediately, if I'm being honest. Maybe
looks
not.
Like not.
It's
what are we missing about Witch's Sabbath here?
No, it
is. Okay.
And that's one of the reasons why the Terra Nova was dropped.
So that means the Queen has been...
the Queen's gone. That makes sense. But getting a Vran Warrior back from it is pretty great. Vincent, and here's the thing. There are only 2 defenders.
Yes.
Vincent gets through 1. Vilgefortz gets through 2. Ida gets stolen.
Okay.
And game is done.
So Lerio actually wasn't as worried about the round 1 as we thought we were, and the defenders. Because in the end... You have the removal because you've played Calvate, and now you know you have all you need.
Yes. And the big thing will be not letting that Ida be stolen, not letting the Stalker be taken, but it's really scary.
Yeah.
Because if you set it up wrong, give your opponent the value, Nilfgaard can really hurt you here. It's a really, really strong situation for Lerio to be in.
And that is definitely true, because we see Kams roping.
We do. And he's...
So he's playing leader,
he's going to eat all of these now.
All of these, yeah.
Yeah.
Therefore, Stalker can't be cooped anymore.
So, Stalker, that's to play around that. But also, obviously, the defender has to be taken out first.
Yes, yeah, of course.
So that when that's gone, the leader can't come and steal it straight away.
As well, yeah. That's gone.
MV Pella just jumping out, doing his best.
Just showing up. I am here as well. I've been doing so great.
Yeah, he's doing his absolute best.
Yes.
He's doing his best.
So we are now putting down Ida. And how will Lerio answer this?
I mean, honestly, it could very easily be Stefan right now. He can either kill one of them, or knock both of them down considerably. If he hits the Stalker down 3 times, the Ida once, steal the Ida, the Stalker is stuck at 1. There is a way to boost it back up, but it is so many potential points. Just completely gone here. Lerio now trying to work out which angle is best for him. The Stefan doesn't surprise me, but which steal is he going for and which kill is he going for?
So 1 hit for Ida, and 3 hits for Stalker. Steal the Ida.
100%.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then coup the Stalker is probably the play, right?
Yeah, he won't get to coup the Stalker though, because he will use the Hideous Feast, hit and beat it up, and will use his own Stalker to kill the stolen Ida now, is what I would do if I were Kams, but it's
a tough choice.
It is. This is not going to be easy. He's now got to find a way to keep the Stalker alive, get as many 1 power units on the opposite side as possible, and build Glusty to be the big thing. That's what he's got to do. How is he going to do it? That is the big question.
So we see Stalker out of the reach for coup.
Yeah.
And trying to build up more 1 per cards, but it's not looking great for Kams here.
No, but Glusty paired with 2 Vram Warriors is so many points.
Yes.
It is still very winnable. It's not by any means done. The Idder as well, he can't click that Idder. It's just giving 1 point units. You'd love those 1 point units. There's a Glusty!
You weren't facing Glusty, yeah?
Exactly. So you don't really want those. They don't give you assimilate value anyway. He still has another Hideous Feast. I'm surprised he didn't consume there. So
Lydia could bring damage.
Joust.
Yeah.
That would be fatal for Kams here.
And Viggo's probably bringing Nausicaa or one of the assimilate engines, so that's not much.
Doesn't find it though.
Oh.
Rolled for it, looked for it, misses it. But that again is huge because it does effectively turn it off. So now, instead of Kams getting a second one, he can still.
But Lydia also plays from whose graveyard?
Opponents.
Yeah. So Joust was never an option.
So Lydia, because denying the few points, it's much, much better to just damage and remove. Is he going to return the favor? He is. Instead of setting up a second one, he's going to have another 1 point unit on his opponent's side. Ping, ping, ping. It's going to be, as far as he's concerned, it is going to be absolutely fine. Lerio is a long way ahead. With multiple assimilate procs and 3 assimilate engines that are going to be on the board when he drops down this Vigo. It's a lot of points. He's going to have good value, but I've seen smaller swings from 2 Vram Warriors before. I'm
surprised that the Vigo didn't go down now, because then you're losing points on the assimilate procs, but
you are.
Lerio must have had reason for that.
Yeah, he's protecting well though. He knows he needs to protect his own 1 power engines because each 1 point card is actually a -3.
Yes.
For him effectively. He's well aware that Glusty must exist in hand, or at least with the lines that are being taken, it makes sense for it to be.
So now we're probably seeing the Vigo now, and then the last play will be the coup.
Yeah.
Correct.
Which makes sense. He'll protect the squirrel here now. Oh no, actually he'll protect the one. Yeah.
He can protect its own Nausicaa Searcher. Makes sense. So he currently only has 1 point. We now see. Are we gonna see?
What is happening?
I don't know.
It just took a moment. That's okay.
Yeah, because I was like, why? Has it been changed? Do I not know what's happening?
Yeah, that's.
So it still consumes adjacent units.
Oh, and he's held them. Why has he held them? No, that's just... Oh, now he can't use them at all. He should always have clicked those. He can't even consume his own.
Oh, wow.
So that's 5. That's a massive amount of points extra that have just been lost there. Lerio is 2-0 up. He 100% should have clicked first. I don't know if it was enough. Probably not. 5. Probably not enough. But it is already Lerio2. Kams 0. I will throw us into the decks very quickly while we have a second, because
Lerio has won with Enslave and Guerrilla Tactics. So we're now going to see the White Frost. So that's all we know. We don't know what Kams is bringing, because it could be anything.
It could.
Kams hasn't won yet.
No, so Kams has all of his lists available except for Ursine Ritual, which of course has been banned.
And knows what he's facing for sure. So that's... that can be a very good position for Kams to reverse sweep.
It can, yeah. I've said this many times. Being 2-0 down sounds terrible, right? It sounds terrible, but it does give you information.
Yeah,
reverse sweep, you see it all the time. We've had multiple this weekend.
Mayamon did that, other people has
and it happened. Mayamon did it and had it happen against him.
Yes.
For instance, this weekend as just one example. And the greed there, honestly, he wasn't winning either way, I understand. The line, he's hoping or seeing if he can get and catch. It is what it is. We are now going in. This is game 3.
Possibly in the last game.
Possibly. We might get our first ever 3-0.
Oh my.
Which, we normally get the 3-1s and the 3-2s.
Or ties and technical breaks and issues, so we'll see.
But Lerio, now, he's got 3 games to win with White Frost, but only one of them from its preferred coin, remember. It likes being on red. It's strong on blue, let's not joke around, but it does like being on red. Kams takes the Symbiosis deck as his first choice on red, trying to bully here. Going quite aggressively. I can understand the logic of that entirely with this list. Let's get it through on red. It's got a decent chance of doing that here. Weather v weather as well. As the Tempest, there will be frost everywhere.
Frost everywhere. Frost against frost.
Yeah.
Just different factions. Very interesting. So, let's see. Lerio's hand is pretty okay.
Yeah, not terrible either for Kams. There's not a huge amount of direct removal.
Yeah, we have Aquan ready to go. One Seer, you could try and set up the Equinox already.
And it makes sense. The one thing I would say, Kams is aware that Toad Prince exists.
Yeah.
And while it hurt him to leader the last time, he absolutely must in this matchup. Otherwise, the Toad is going to eat that alive. Does not want that, cannot afford that.
Yep. So...
It's his only opening play. It's a really awkward hand for Kams.
Yeah,
really.
it is, but it's going to have to be Aquan.
Yeah, the Alquin's a lovely play anyway. You don't mind playing her in round one. It's a big commitment. He's just looking at how much value he's going to get. Instead, he gets the Valve. It's got to be her. The other two are just game losing.
No, you were not doing that. So.
Okay, now it'll probably be
the Bountiful then?
Probably Bountiful, yeah.
No. Wait. We must be missing something that Kams is seeing.
So in terms of, for the Alquin, the one thing I would say, Kams doesn't need to win this round. And Alquin is much better in a longer sticking round. He would much rather it was there because he knows it's going to survive and he can just be a little less aggressive. He doesn't have, we're all very tempted to just throw her in round one, but she's so good that from red coin you don't have to.
Yeah.
Plus, Symbiosis procs in hand, well, there was two. I suppose. If he's going to give the Frost, fine. But again, he's looking at how much value am I getting from Alquin now? I could get more later.
True.
So he's looking to be a little less aggressive so far.
But then again...
Never mind, he plays the Alquin anyway. Yeah. What do I know?
I was trying to figure out what's the rest of the play if Alquin's not being played. But clearly, you know what? We were just really afraid of the Phantom. Yeah.
And trying to get the Phantom Click makes things super awkward because it just gives Toad lots and lots of reach. That is reasonable. There's just so many other. There's not a huge amount of direct damage in this list. It's one of the things that Frost does struggle with. It's hard to navigate.
Same for the Symbiosis, you know.
Exactly.
The Forest Protector can reach for another Nature Rebuke, and that's it.
Yep. Completely.
That's it. And the Heat Wave, but that's, you know.
But it's a lot of, and that's pretty much it. And the Forest Protector you don't typically want to spend on a Rebuke these days. Once upon a time, that was great value. Not so much now, as we do see the Alquin moved into the melee row. Even more Frost stacked there. And of course, now she herself is in Toad range.
Yes. So we need to fight Frost with Frost. You know?
Yes.
Everybody's going to be called in this matchup.
Yeah.
And also that gets you value out of Aquan while she's still alive.
Makes perfect sense. Let's get that Vitality pinging. Is Lerio, remember on blue coin here, being bullied, needs to get out of this round really. The hand now, the choice is, are you going to consume the Alquin and stop her giving this extra Vitality? Do you put your opponent on lots more cards in that sense, or are you trying to get value? He answers the question.
Alquin it is.
Alquin it is.
And because we have Frost on the front row, there are engines ticking, so those are points for Lerio.
Yeah.
Now, will Kams try and develop the Equinoxes with Seer?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Because the answer's gone. You know, that which is obviously exactly what he was looking for.
That was the biggest answer. That was what Kams was worried about, so the Seer is now effectively safe.
The Seer is safe now. The scary thing for Lerio, he can't answer that Seer, and any card he commits right now is awkward. If he gives the Ardgaith, he is going to be bringing out Winter Queen. Now, Winter Queen may actually draw a Heatwave in this matchup. Possibly. Because she is worth so many points.
Or they are a Forest Protector. That could be...
Yeah, that's even worse,
Because you could keep the Heatwave for Golden Child later.
Yeah. Ooh.
Instead, we're not seeing the Echo card, but, of course, Queen is here. How are we going to answer? Or are we grading it out if it comes? And we're first getting all the spring equinoxes, because that's our long-term game plan.
Yeah.
So, Queen is still alive, and so the way Queen works is there needs to be frost after you've passed, right?
Well, if there's frost after you've passed, she takes the buff.
Yes. So that's why Lerio commits more frost, so Kams can't get out of it.
But doesn't even need to use the Forest Protector, can just use the Naiad to remove her.
Boosted the trees enough.
Yeah.
And that's so nice.
It is, but these foglets are so much. There's so many points. One foglet here is going to boost by 10, bring dominance back, and increase the value of the frost to 3 on the other side, plus 2. This is quite the spicy opening round. Both players were always going to go as deep as they could into this, or as they had to, rather.
You know, the guide said, win round 1, and this is the perfect example of it.
100%.
You need to get round control, because then you can answer all of the big things that you're worried about.
Yeah, that round control for a mix of last say, but also for just it's
Forest Protector coming in with another Spring Equinox. That's interesting, because that Alisa now can't be played.
The Alisa can still be played,
but she's not bringing the extra copy.
Doesn't matter, because you created it anyway. The big thing is that being at 16 has denied extra frost.
Wait.
Right?
Is she bringing the extra?
She'll still bring it back.
She is, because you played it from graveyard.
Yeah, it doesn't doom it. It does not doom it. The big thing there is it is the tall unit, so while it will take frost damage,
but it also denies dominance.
That's right.
That's what you're fighting about, right?
Yeah, and it will only take the 2 damage. In theory.
No, we boosted, so now it's 16v16, so shared dominance.
So, 16v16, shared dominance is dominance, and he's desperately trying here to hold on. He's trying to hold on to that other foglet because it's so valuable.
No, it's getting yeeted. And
does he have a... He's going to have to lead her here.
You have to lead her, but it's still shared dominance.
No, he's ahead 14. It will take it, that's 12. So it's not shared dominance anymore. He will have 12, opponent will have 13.
That's so much math with all the frost.
So, Lerio is 2 down on 42, but 2 up because of the frost engine, so he's on 44. There's only 1 power units on the back, so...
That actually doesn't do that much damage.
No, as a result, he... if he plays it here, he wins the round. But it's a big card.
That's a big commitment, but also... he has to. Kams doesn't have much more removal.
No.
We've baited out all the removal.
This is awkward. And I think for Lerio, it's a kind of a win-win if he plays this, because the only card... He's trying to work out what beats him. Gord, at this point, might, but I don't think does. And there it is. He's now going to see... He hasn't got dominance unless he uses his final leader charge. If he uses his final leader charge, gives himself the extra value, and he takes this round here.
And that's it.
The big scary thing about White Frost, it just has so many strong cards. We've seen great things committed. Still Oberon.
Still Golden Child.
Still Golden Child. And the Golden Child right now, if he draws it, is huge. So much damage.
Yeah.
He's still got... there it is. Oh my.
The riders are nice too,
I think he mulligans them for the... Probably gets... Okay.
No. Risky mulligans.
Yeah. He doesn't have to play, right?
Yeah. There we go, they're away, and they come back.
That's
They really wanted to be here for the second round. So that's Lerio play. I would say the thinning makes sense here.
It depends, because if he doesn't stay ahead, it's really bad. If he finds that Golden Child, he is pushing for a 2-0, always up. But each turn that's no frost damage, Golden Child gets worse. And he has no frost right now. Although... you know what? This is because of the amount of frost that was left as well. He really wanted to push for a 2-0 here, and I don't know if this hand is it.
Yeah.
Both players have missed huge amounts though.
So
if he pushes, he wins.
You think?
Yeah. The amount of value is in Tia and Aaliyah is massive.
Okay.
Both players have basically missed all of their win conditions.
Yeah, it's a very, top deck fest right now.
And there's so much frost from the previous round to come across with Tia and Aaliyah that he wants to play it out now. He wants to get as much value as he can here. This is
meanwhile,
tough.
Kams can try and play Lydia, not Lydia, Alyssa.
Yeah.
The blood of elves.
Oh, I don't like this for Kams.
Honestly, it's tough for both players because both of them have to assume somebody's got something good. The reality is nobody does.
But the Seer with the Karis and the Naya still creates a lot of points.
That's a lot of points, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we've got the location down. I assume that this will be, like I said, Nayad, Seer, Karis. Although it's awkward now because the Nayad will purify the vitality, but it is what it is.
Yeah. This is so tense.
It is so intense.
The frost is on. He is playing.
So Lerio committing everything, saying, "Did you draw shit just like I did?" Basically.
This is so close.
But in the end,
and I think
Lerio has so many points. So, one Karis, second Karis.
Wait.
Click the Nayad. And then Alisa, leader. That's not enough. Is this a 3-0?
I think Lerio has just 3-0'd.
Kams.
Wow.
And nobody was expecting that with the last hand.
Wow.
That was quick.
That was absolutely, and playing all the way through for that. Wow, that's a lot. Playing all the way through there for the win in that round was absolutely massive. There was so many points. Finding the Tia and Aaliyah was always going to be crucial. In that round too, both players drew bad, but ended up with lots, so yeah. 100%. Wow.
Well, amazing games. Congratulations to
Lerio
and Kams. Great plays. You guys did amazing. And thank you so much for being here. I haven't absorbed it yet. I'm just like, but either way, we've told you the important things. Why is this so important? That next weekend is going to be amazing as well. That's it from us.
Yes.
There are no more series casted by us. We told you about our community tournament that is going to be more info on the Discord. I don't need to show the dates again because we're showing them.
Check the Discord.
Check the Discord. I see the Piable v Spelling Bee is still happening.
Yes, the tiebreaker.
The Battle of Two Masters is happening. So I think you guys want to see the end of it.
Yeah, we're going to raid in over there. So get comfy, get strapped in. We're going to send you across to Sealy and Tia casting Piable v Spelling Bee. Yeah.
And thank you so much for being here. I'm Ghost Aria, and this is Lionheart. We took you through the entire afternoon and evening today. Appreciate the option to be here. Take care, guys, and I will see you with more Gwent later.
We will. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Get ready to raid. Can't wait. We're going to see all of the people that are there. Make sure you check out YouTube and for all of our updates on this a little bit later.
Take care. Bye.
Bye, guys.